Hi, Boba. I'm upside down. What the heck? Yeah, I'm definitely upside down. What? I don't know what's going on here. I'm fixing it. There we go. Oh, OBS. You knucklehead OBS. Anyway. So what's up, Boba? I'm still in this trade that I had I didn't get to really I'm still trying to figure this out. When I'm on the other stream, sometimes like the way the segments and the timing works out, I can't like show some of these trades because it happens like as soon as they move off of me. But I did end up in the orb. Do I still have this up here? No. I'll redraw it. I'm just trailing it on one account now, but so we had a break of 71 right there. I got in at 71.25. So right at that, I had a limit order there, and we dipped below, took a little bit of heat on that one, and then it took off, and I'm feeling real nice. So I took some off because, of course, we got to the top of that wick, and I was looking at this wick kind of in here. So playing the orb. But this may be like the only trade today. First of all, it went better than I thought it was going to. And second of all, I think I'm going to focus on some other things after this. But I'm thinking the market's probably going to be really choppy today too. We could get one of those walk-up days, which is why I had those extra levels up top. If y'all weren't on the other stream, I can go over those too. The initial orb break news and yeah. This is why I've been having a hard time with the stop being in the middle of the orb. You see how like that wick, there's always some wick like aiming for the middle of that orb. That's why I haven't back tested this. I'm setting up a new back tester because the one I have won't test stuff like this, but I want to test buying the middle of this. Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully this thing will finish off and get up to around, well, I'm watching the 92 area. It's this level up here. Well, my order's at 92, the level's at 93. Also I have an eval going that I'm trying to finish here. So we'll see if I get that done. They finally disabled my account that had $6 of drawdown left in it. Either that or I accidentally traded it. I don't think I did though. We'll replace it with something I can actually trade. My plan with the My Funded Futures is I was just going to trade like this one strategy that happens in the morning and focus on the stream. It's just not gone as planned because of the way everything's working over there and the way the trade's been working with the... It doesn't work every day. But there is another trader that's going to be coming on there that I've already talked to. It's like you and me are going to take the trades together because that'll be fun. 2 traders live trading together on stream. That'll be awesome. I still like the walk up. Let's just walk it up. Got my levels off. I gotta turn those on. It's really just the 5,700 up there though. I keep thinking there's another level in there, but it's we are already there. It's the 80. You and Carlos are in this trade. Oh, he's in it too? Nice. Oh, now my dogs can bark and I don't feel so crazy about it. I actually did not know that that dog was in the house. I'm dog sitting, so I have my 4 dogs plus extras. So if you think that sounds chaosy, you are right. So I've been separating them, and it's been an experiment. It's like I can put these 2 together in this room and these ones together in this room to try to get the most quiet. So that is not my dog barking. She's the biggest barker. She barks at birds. There's a lot of birds around here. Yeah, if we could just get up to 92, that would be great. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream. Well, Wednesday, let's see. Maybe we could do an FOMC watch on Wednesday, but Thursday I'm doing the options webinar. So I'm not going to trade for futures then. I'm going to, I also have to finish preparing for that one, even though I've done it before. It's been a while, so make sure I still know what I'm talking about. But so the options webinar, if you don't know, on Thursday during lunch, I'm doing the options webinar. It's for spreads because we're bringing spreads back to the trading ranch. Thanks to Boba for inspiring. His trade is time-based and delta-based, and so was mine. But mine doesn't work very well in the current environment. It takes too long. And so when he showed me his, showed me mine, I'll show you yours. I liked it. So we're doing that one now. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Come on, you fucker. One of these accounts I'm trying to close out. It's like literally right there. We need $30, so we just need the market to hit my limit fill here. Anyway, they're complaining in the chat about all the white charts. That's funny. We did have 2 white charts on the stream over there today. Yeah, so anyway, the options webinar, since we're bringing spreads back, I'm going to teach, it's like a spreads 101. I'm not going to get into like the fancy stuff, the jade lizards and stuff, but I'm going to get to the practical stuff. So by the end of that, you will know how to use an option spread and why and all that stuff. And I'm keeping some of my vintage slides with SPX at 3000 because it entertains me. I should probably do like an options 101 at some point too, and a futures 101. We'll see how it goes. If it goes well, then I'll do some more. Yeah, we got to talk about credit and debit spreads in order to get into iron condors. I've got a way that I present it that it's the way I wish that I was taught. So we'll do credit spreads, debit spreads, iron condors, butterflies, and straddles, strangles. And if you know all of those, you can trade any of the other spreads, the jade lizards or whatever the hell. Come on, market. Do it, do it. If this thing doesn't hit, it's going to be annoying. I think it will, though. A long time ago, well, for me anyway, as far as my trading goes, I joined a group that was doing credit spreads, but they were only doing credit spreads. And the guy honestly has no idea. He does zero analysis on the market. That was kind of eye-opening to me. So the guy that's putting on these trades every single day has no clue what levels we're going to hit, no clue what the market's doing, and has income trades. So that was kind of the eye-opener for me on how you can kind of use some of this stuff to trade a little bit more lazy like. But it's the same thing. I'm not going to depend on that. So there's good times and bad times for every strategy. So there's good times and bad times for option spreads. There's good times and bad times for futures. And if you you were always talking about you want to diversify your portfolio. You don't want to be carrying all tech. You want to have tech and blue chip and banks and energy. Like you want to have a nice little basket. And so I kind of apply that to everything. So I want to have some trades that are not all futures based and not all options based, and they're not all trend based. So I have trend trades and flat trades. So that's when I'm talking about there's a different tool for every trade. That's the kind of thing I mean, because it's true. Okay. I'm booked. Technically, I had a couple more ticks. I just don't even give a shit about this last little. Woo, that one's done. That was a nice trade. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten criticism for being a systematic trader, and I've gotten criticism for being a discretionary trader, and I think I'm really kind of a blend of both. But I also think that there's room for both, and I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. So I've got the systematic trades. I've got my vibe trades. Sometimes the vibe trades, here's the thing, if you can put your vibes, if you've got that skill and you can vibe trade, just discretionary trade, and you've got your systems, and you get the vibes plus the systems, that's what makes for a really great day. Today I made over $2,000 because I had a nice little lineup of systems here. Hunter with the good emotes. I need to check and see if I can add more. I don't know. I've been busy with some other things and not paying attention to my emotes over here. I need to check it out. So the number of emojis that I can add depends on how many YouTube members there are. How many people will support the channel enough to spend $5 a month? It's cheaper than PBS and way cooler. I've got that euphoria. Like I just booked the hell out of that, even though I didn't go all the way up to my levels. I think I'm done trading. I didn't even get in on this options one. I was watching this options trade. It's gone. I don't even have it on my watch list. That one's not happening either. I am watching our EEM though. It's up 60%. We should look at EEM. I'm going to pull that one up. This is a random thing. I don't know why he kept putting me on gold. What is so interesting about gold right now? The play's done, man. Anyway, what were we looking at? What was I about to go look at? Why did I just completely have a brain fart? Yeah, EEM. Yeah. This daily chart is such a mess. See, here's what I was looking at. The high is actually up here at 50. What did we get? We got the 48 calls. Yeah, let's put those suckers in the money. We can get those suckers in the money. That's so doable. By January, we're getting those suckers in the money. I don't even remember when we bought those. We had some 48 calls. So I was like, this looks interesting. This was on the flow. So what do we have? We have January. If y'all want to see this, I can do the copy paste thing. The 48s. Yeah, I'm going to show y'all this. Even though we're already in and we're already up 60%, I'm going to show y'all because this is actually a good example of how I pick some of these leaps, which you can tell me if it's responsible or not. It works though, so I don't really care. Here's the EEM option chain. So let me put it on this other one so this thing's not in the way. So this is January 2026. These are leaps. And then I noticed here at the 48 calls, this open interest. This teal column is the open interest, and then we have the volume. We don't have volume on it today, but you see how this one's got volume today? I had noticed this, like all of a sudden there was volume. This one's actually interesting. The 45 calls have the volume right now. So people are buying the shit out of these right now. So they were buying the shit out of these before, and so that's what I noticed. 201,000 people holding the 48 calls. 7,000 people holding the 47 calls. So those 45 calls just went in the money. Could be taking profit on them today too. But that's something interesting. Yeah, we're slowing down. Ooh, I took that off at the right time. It could still go. I just, you know, who wants to deal with this shit when you're on a high from cranking this thing up all day? Yeah. Oh, there's supposed to be a weekly magic level right here. I need to go look at this. I changed the way the calculations were being made on my NinjaTrader indicator, and I think I like it better. It's updating faster. So I actually have a weekly magic level right there on the other chart. That's coming. I'll make that fix. I have 2 things I need to update on my Pine scripts this week. Good morning, James. Who's talking right now? Okay, 𝗶𝗀 says Trump's tariffs, tax cuts, and deregulation agendas are interlocking parts to drive long-term investment into the U.S. economy. These are all hitting as low impact, though. I mean, that's like, that's a non-news headline. That's exactly what Trump said he was going to do, and the guy said he was doing it. I guess he's just supporting Trump. He says Trump's, well, this is the analysis. It just come out about it. Trump's tax legislation will prevent a Main Street tax hike by making small business deduction permanent. Trump tax legislation will restore 100% expensing for equipment, expand full expensing to factory construction, and provide tax credits. So this is all to encourage people to open and build factories, reopen factories. U.S. markets are anti-fragile, and over the long-term horizon, it's never a bad idea to invest in America. Is this like when Trump's like, now's a good time to buy? That's what it sounds like to me. That's what we've been talking about, like, is the bottom in? And I think if Trump's plan plays out here, it is. He came in with the shock and awe and the disruption, and now the idea is rebuilding. Are we ready for that yet? That's what we'll have to decide. I mean, I was talking about this before. Somebody was arguing with me. Imagine that. But over the tariff stuff, like academically, tariffs are very recessionary, but there's just a lot more to it. We can't just look at it as black and white like that because of the way the global economy went. It's like it's recessionary to whom? So it kind of depends a little bit. But from the American perspective, we have shut down factories and we have exported all this stuff. We've been doing it for years. This isn't something that just started. We've been doing this for 30, 50 years of sending jobs and productions overseas. So if you think about someplace like Detroit, why is Detroit depressed when they're like the auto capital of the world not too long ago? Well, we shipped those factories up to Canada and wherever else. So, there's a lot more to it than just an academic tariffs are inflationary. Because getting the piggy bank bigger is not. Although on the other side, I can see that too. Like if you're from the Canadian perspective, like the US is fucking Canada right now. That's just facts. That's Trump style. So I can see why you don't like him if you're a Canadian for sure. That's like an easy, nah, you're taking away our toys and all that. But I don't know. I guess it all makes sense to me. I'm a very independent person. I take care of myself and my own people, and I don't expect anyone else to do that for me. I don't know how people do. That would just be a life of disappointment, I would think. Maybe I don't do it right. I'm not so good at the handout thing. I don't mind helping people, but there's a difference between helping people and making it so they don't help themselves too. You want to help people help themselves, not, you know. I'm watching the Mo roll. The Mo roll's trying to roll lower. I'm still trying to see if he go back down and hit this wick. I know this box is ridiculous. It's actually starting to piss me off too. Where is that gap? Oh gosh, there's no way we're going to find it on that chart. Let me go to this big one. This. Hide. There we go. Okay. I'm still watching those levels, but I'm tired of looking at yellow on my chart because I was looking to see if we're going to come back down. We've got this level, the 80 level, but also this wick. So I want to see if we test that. If we don't test that, this is the new higher low. But we're getting into that time frame. We got London closing. So if you think about the last 15 minutes of our market, it gets a little wicky and crazy as everyone's finishing out their day. So same things. That's why we get this around that time too. So I'm looking at my clock. So it's 11:13 New York time. That's kind of when that happens. That's why some traders will wait until 30 minutes after the open and then kind of have their trade in that 30 minutes to an hour after the open, because they're trading during the London close where it overlaps with the US Open. It's a little bit more calm, but there's still a lot of action. And that's why we look for a reversal around this time too. I still have a hard time taking a short when I'm bullish biased and have just run a massive, I guess it was a massive. It was still 20 points though. I'll take 20 points. I was in that kind of heavy because, like I said, we had kind of my bias, we had kind of the orb, we had the way the data wicked, and everything was just looking real good. We had the VIX moving lower. I want 5,700. I don't know if Carlos is listening, but that's the spot for me too. I don't know where he's gotten his. Carlos is new. I don't know where he's studied before. VIX is taking a breather, but I also mentioned earlier that the VIX was kind of ranging from 22 to 24, and that's where we're stopping to. Pre-market high, yeah. If we get to 80.25, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's kind of a good spot there, the 80 level. Especially if it comes in right at Euro close. That's pretty sexy there. Maybe I could take it in a different account that I haven't traded today. Like my whole plan, I'm supposed to have my copy trader on, but I don't know. It's been a lot. There's been a lot going on. I've been trading one account at a time, kind of. Or two. I have 3 charts open, so I can chart trade 3 accounts at once, but one of them's NASDAQ on purpose. I've got some other brackets I've been playing on NASDAQ. They're really aggressive. I'm still tweaking it because when I stop out, I'm stopping out too hard. But when it runs, whoo, I'm playing with the trailing. I've been trying to figure out these trailing stops. They've got like the parabolic trailing stop and all sorts of different trailing methodologies. And I am not an expert in those yet. I think that stuff gets overlooked. We focus so hard on the technical that we overlook the platform setup a lot. Yeah, forex trader. That's part. Carlos coming from forex. Like I don't know who he's learned from because I don't know any of those guys. Some of them will email me and they'll ask me about doing videos and stuff, but I'm like, but I have no idea what you're talking about. I know what a pip is, but that doesn't mean I want to trade it. Oh, I'm getting hungry today too. It'll be early lunch day. Oh yeah, I mean this was the weekend news, but I just got an email reminding me. So Buffett is retiring. I remember seeing last week, I think it was last week, there was a news article about Buffett selling, like, and the context was, oh shit, should we all be selling? Like he's selling. Here's what I was thinking. If we're so if we're up here and we've put in a swing low on the daily and we're putting in a swing high at the daily and Warren Buffett is selling, this is what everyone was kind of, does that mean we're going to be moving back down and make a new low? But it looks like he's selling because he's out, he's done. Then again, like, why is he still trading? He should be hiring other people to do all that crap for him by now. Where are your proteges? But that's what's going on with that. Come on. You can move a little bit lower. Get the people in at the appropriate level. U.S. rejects, here's some tariff news. U.S. rejects Japan full exemption from reciprocal tariffs. The U.S. would consider lowering 14% Japan-specific tariff. The U.S. side stressed in the second round of the negotiations that it will only consider extending the 90-day suspension or lowering the 14% tariff depending on the progress of their talks. It was 24% before it was cut to 10% for 90 days. So that's the context of it. The worst case scenario was 24%. They cut it to 10. We're talking about going back to 14 after 90 days. But that depends on how good you Japanese kids are. Yeah. I might put a little something on in one of these other accounts. Let me make sure I'm on the other account. Have y'all ever done that? Like, oh, let me switch accounts. And then you put the trade on and you're like, shit, I forgot to switch accounts. I got a dog reverse honking here. There's dogs everywhere. I'm about to go dog it up with the dogs. I was just peeking back at this my funded TV. He's still going with this trade setups. They gave me mod powers in the chat. I actually used it today. Someone said something nasty about it. I was like, timeout, 5 minutes, message deleted. You're done. Okay. Yeah, this is slowing way down. We still have the VIX real low. That's why I'm watching that. We did not get our 80, 82 area. Yeah. Well, you could volunteer to be another moderator. They'd probably take you. They only have one guy moderating the chat, really. I mean, it's not really my job. I was just like, someone called me a grandma, so I'm like, oh, you're done. But I've got a particular hater that says that kind of shit a lot, so I actually am pretty sure I know who that is anyway. The hilarious part is it's someone who calls me old and is only like 8 years younger than me. And when I was their age, the shit that I had achieved was so massively monumental compared to where they are. I'm like, come on, dude. Oh, we're going for that 5,700 without getting the 82. Son of a biscuit. Or the 80. 80.25. That's what I was looking at, not 82. Tech is real mixed. I can show you all that too. I'm kind of looking at it on the other screen. This is just such a mess. Let's get off the hourly. Because I was looking at this. This is how you know that the market doesn't know what to do. If you look at the Mag 7 or technically the Mag 8, because, you know, my chart has to match. Apple down, Google up, Nvidia up. Tesla's down, like everything's just kind of crazy. You got in at 88.75. Nice. We'll go back to that one. We just had this magic level up here, and there's actually another one. And so it would have been this one moved up here. So this is the code that I'm looking at changing. This is something I'd played with on NinjaTrader, and I think y'all have this version if you have the NinjaTrader version. I forget sometimes, but this magic level should have actually been moved. It nailed this first high, so that's what I was watching, kind of that 92 area up there, because there was a bunch of them there. So this could take a minute to chew through. But still, so I've got, this is the other reason that kept getting me long this morning is we have a fresh magnet level at 5707. But that's not real firm. I mean, it could be 5705, 5712, but got some broody chickens I gotta go deal with in a minute here too. We'll probably do 10:30 my time, 11:30 New York stream end. I have to like be a grown up and do adulting things too. The end of the school year, my God. Like my to-do list is, I don't know. There might be tears on the to-do list at some point this week by the looks of it. Carlos got whatchamacallit. He said tagged out. I was thinking trailed out. Yeah, this is getting too slow right here. I don't like it. I'm glad I'm done. This looks harder. This looks way harder. This looks way harder than this to me. Okay, yeah, that is what it is. We'll finish up. We'll watch it together these last 5 minutes. See if we get a rotation lower and then rotate back higher. The chat is rude as fuck on the other stream right now. I'd be timing out all those jerks. It's not his fault he's not as cute as Bull Barbie. He is a very big contrast. He's very business. But I think it's good to have variety. So we'll see. Oof! I don't know if you booked any of that fib weight. This thing is looking a little ugly off of this coming into the Euro close. Yep. I think my accounts are good right now. I'm going to close NinjaTrader-ish. I can't totally close it because I'm running some things. But I'm going to close it visually. And I didn't get in on my options thing this morning. What else do we have going here? Nothing. Options is boring. I do like seeing my long-term not so deathly. We just need Dell higher because for personal reasons. And I'm having my typical, oh, I wish I had bought more SPY while we were lower. That's part of why I like having my chart separate from my broker too. The charts that are on NinjaTrader are my trading charts, and I'll have information on them. But a lot of the times the information I have is just levels so that I can move my trades up to whatever levels without having to go back and forth. Because I used to keep it totally stripped down without even any VWAP or any EMAs on there. And so I was constantly over here like, okay, it's that level. Let's put it back over there. Okay, what's this level? Put it back over there. So I know my stream doesn't look as pretty today. So I switched to this window for the other stream because that way I can share browser stuff like this. But it's not as pretty on my stream now. I need to fix it. I have some other cool stuff I want to do. I'm trying to figure this out. There is a way. There's got to be, because when there's a where, there's a will, there's a way. I want to we can control the color of the wall behind me. And I'm thinking I should give, like, maybe it can be a contest. Like, somebody can have special control over my color wall. That would be fun. I'm trying to set that up. These are the things I do when I'm not trading. Like, avoiding trades by making things pretty colors. Yeah, I kind of start wrapping this. So I will tell y'all, I didn't get my plan typed up this morning, so we'll just kind of go through that. I'm still kind of waiting and seeing, since it's a Monday morning, slow morning, how I think the action's going to be the last half of the week, starting with FOMC. So Tuesday, tomorrow, there's no big news. On Wednesday, there's huge news, but it's in the afternoon. And we talk about iron condors. So the something just came on. Hang on a second. I cannot like spare brain thoughts right now. Anyway, so Tuesday has nothing on the calendar, and then Wednesday has the big FOMC. So we'll probably be choppy in the morning. And I get questions like, why can't we? Yeah, I wouldn't run. I was about to say, I don't run iron condors on FOMC days, even ahead. So I have a morning iron condor. And even if you have a lunchtime one, the reason that the iron condors don't work on the news days is because the implied volatility. So let's see, I can see if I can put it on this one. This has all the news, but the one I'm looking at is the Fed funds rate. So that gets announced. This is in Central Time. So it comes out at 2 o'clock. That's weird that this browser just decided it was going to go in Central Time. But 2 o'clock New York time, the Fed funds rate and the FOMC statement drop. So that's what I was talking about earlier, where they're expecting the rate to stay. They're expecting a pause is what they call it. And then Powell come on at 1:30. And this used to be more fun. We used to watch these and the market would go up and down and we would bet on what color tie he was going to wear. But you can tell right now there's just a lot of tension between Powell and the current administration because he's getting a few little digs in there. You know, where's my soundboard? There we go. He's getting his little personality to show out these days, which kind of makes it less fun to trade, in my opinion. But so we have that coming. This is the big thing for the week is these two guys here. So I know like everyone's looking at all these other things. Oh, there's all this other stuff going on. I honestly don't give a crap about any of this. I don't think it's going to matter. What's going to matter is this right here. After we have this, and so this is like, the expectation is a pause. It's more than likely going to be a pause. So it's like, well, if the market knows it's going to be a pause and it's going to be a pause, why are we waiting? The market just wants confirmation. You got to tell the market that everything's going to be good and okay. And then we'll come into later in the week. This is not American news. So this stuff we'll watch, but this is, you know, see, it even says on here that that's for the British pound. So it's telling us it's more important for Europe. Unemployment is the other one I'm watching. So FOMC and unemployment on Thursday. I think we have Waller speaking too, right? Oh, we have a few. Bailey speaking. Not too bad. So that's why the Monday and Tuesday this week are expected to be slow. Hello! I was just ending my stream, but hello! I was just talking about what we have coming up a little bit. And why today is likely to be so slow. But I still will be watching to see if we kind of do the walk up. I'm probably just not going to participate because like I said, I am up like over $2,000 already today, which I was not expecting. I wasn't even sure if I was going to trade. So I am good for the moment. I'm going to enjoy that. I think we forget to celebrate our wins. We're always punishing ourselves for our losses and then not celebrating our wins. So I tried it really hard to do that. But thanks for joining me. And remember, so Thursday, go look at my scheduled lives. So there's a schedule live on Thursday, and that is the option spread class. You can come learn to spread like Barbie. That's what we used to call it. I should rename it. It was spreading with Barbie or something. Why did I change it? Oh, y'all tell me if it should be spreading with Barbie. Yep. That'll do it. So watch for that. I get the best ideas for videos from y'all too. So if you have a video request, let me know. I do have like a list that I'm finishing editing and going through, but so I can queue some stuff up. I have giveaways too. So working on growing the channel, My Funded Futures is giving me accounts to give away. So basically whenever I have a video that I can tie My Funded Futures into it, we're going to have a giveaway on it. I've put them all on my website though to keep track of it. It helps me out too. So on bullbarbie.com, there's a little giveaways thing. You can go find the giveaways on there. I will be posting more. I've got 2 other ones. I have to have a date to post it and I don't have the date yet, but we'll have more coming and it'll all be on that page. So on that note, I hope that y'all have a really, really great rest of your trading day. If you're still trading, and a great rest of your day if you're not. So I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning on the My Funded Futures stream. And then if I don't see you here before, I'll see you here on Thursday. Alrighty. Where's my button? Take care, y'all. Bye.